Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I will share with you all my experience and my reasons why I chose to move to Calgary and not Edmonton. Only one thing I want to say before I start this video, this is my opinion. So all of you who lives in Edmonton, I'm sure you love that city and you have your own reason. So please don't take it personally. Okay, so let's start with number one reason why we decided to choose Calgary, not Edmonton. So, all of you who are planning to move to Alberta, I'm sure you have a similar confusion which city to move to, Calgary or Edmonton, because they both are quite popular in Alberta. So, I and my wife, when we moved from Toronto to Calgary, before finalizing on Calgary, we also wanted to compare both these cities. And number one reason was because in Edmonton, rentals are slightly cheaper than Calgary. So, we thought that, why not save some more dollars? So, coming back to number one reason why. Okay, so we drove from Calgary to Edmonton. When we reached Edmonton and we started driving around, the city was so dull. I could not feel that energy in that city. And also, the infrastructure felt pretty much like New Delhi. If you're from New Delhi, then you will feel like you're driving through South Extension, Defense Colony, or Rajouri Garden. All these areas are very similar to what you find in Edmonton. Now, apart from the overall dullness of that city, the other reason why we got so disappointed was the broken down roads in Edmonton. If I live in a city, I don't want to be driving through broken roads every day if I have to go to work or anywhere. Wherever we drove through that city, we saw under construction sign everywhere. Roads are broken, under construction. Roads are broken, under construction. So that completely spoiled our driving experience. So I don't want to be in a place like that where I have to take detours every day if I have to go from point A to point B. Second reason why I chose Calgary over Edmonton is the weather. Of course, Alberta is definitely colder than any other province in Canada. Calgary is also very cold. But when we compare Calgary to Edmonton, Calgary is better than Edmonton. On an average, you will experience 88 days of snow if you live in Edmonton, in comparison to just 65 days of snow in Calgary. In addition to that, during cold winter days in Calgary, when Chinook winds blow through the city of Calgary, the temperature can rise by 15 degrees Celsius in a single day. So that also makes Calgary winter shorter in comparison to Edmonton. Third reason, cleanliness. Calgary has been voted as one of the cleanest city to live in, and I can guarantee you on that because I have seen both Edmonton and Calgary. And Calgary is definitely a very clean city to live in. You have clean sewage system, clean air, clean drinking water. When I drive through the city of Calgary, or even if I'm walking, I find it extremely clean. In comparison to Edmonton, I would definitely say Calgary is more cleaner. Third reason, higher wage rate. Calgarians means the people who live in Calgary earn one of the highest wages in Alberta. Even though in Edmonton you might pay a few $100s less in rent, but when it comes to earning those extra dollars, Calgary will be a better city. Fourth reason, crime rates. When we compare both these cities, crime rates are lower in Calgary. In fact, if you research about the crime rate, Edmonton has the second highest crime rate average in Canada. However, they say that most of the crime in Edmonton is gang related or drug related and it doesn't affect the general public. Now, let's talk about another important factor, and that's the job opportunities. Job opportunities exist in both the cities, Calgary as well as Edmonton. Edmonton has more blue collar job, whereas Calgary has more white collar jobs. And IT sector is also becoming quite well established in Calgary now. In terms of job profiles, medicines, that is pharmacists, dentists, and doctors, or education, these are the only fields which are similar in both the cities. However, if you want to work in business, finance, engineering, consulting, or IT sectors, then Calgary is a much better city with more job opportunities. Next important reason is education. So, for all of you who have a family, you have kids, then definitely you need good schools. In this case, yes, according to the data available, Edmonton schools are better, but I would not say that schools in Calgary are not good. There's only one issue. You need to find the right neighborhood to live in. If you choose to live anywhere closer to downtown, now in these areas, schools are overcrowded. But if you choose to live in other areas which are not closer to downtown, and there you can find good schools and they won't be overcrowded. So, in that respect, I would say both the cities are equally good. Next important reason, outdoor activities. So, Calgary is very close to Banff, Canmore, and also Jasper. Whereas for Edmonton, you are pretty much spending most of your time in River Valley Park, which is pretty good, but that's the only thing. If you need to travel outside for a weekend, then either going to Banff or Jasper, you will have to make a longer plan than Calgary. If you're in Calgary, it could just be a day trip. Go in the morning, spend time there, and come back. Close proximity to Banff, Jasper, Canmore is definitely an additional point, but even inside the city itself, Calgary is surrounded by hills. So, whenever you're driving through, especially northwest, wow, you get the feel that you live in a hill station. So that, like, I sometimes especially just go and drive in northwest. There's this special place called Nose Hill, which is one of my favorite area to drive through. In addition to that, in Calgary, we also have Canada Olympic Park, 8,000 kilometers of multi-use trails, 8,000 hectares of parklands. Now let's talk about the next reason, and that is public transit. So in Calgary, the C train covers all four quadrants of the city with more than 118 kilometers of railway tracks. Supplemental bus routes run throughout different neighborhoods. And guys, the bonus, the downtown line of C train is absolutely free. So wherever you travel in downtown in a C train, you don't have to buy a ticket. Last but not the least, this is also a very important reason, and that is convenience and amenities. For unique shopping experiences in Calgary, you can go to Stephen Avenue, and this is a French name. If I don't pronounce it correctly, please forgive me. Or Claire Market. So here you have an eclectic mix of specialty shops, boutiques, restaurant, outdoor cafes, whereas Edmontonians, people who live in Edmonton, do most of their shoppings in indoor shopping malls. Overall shopping experience will be better in Calgary. Apart from that, we have some amazing farmer markets in Calgary where you can get fresh produce and some local cuisines, which is also a lot of fun. As far as the nightlife is concerned, in Edmonton also you will find pubs and bars, but the nightlife is more diverse in Calgary. Alright guys, so this was my experience and some of my reasons why I chose to live in Calgary, and I hope that my experience and these reasons can help you come to a decision where to live. And if you choose to come and live in Calgary, I'll be really happy to meet you. Do get in touch with me. Alright guys, see you next time soon. Bye.